guys, if you're new here, my name is Nika and I'm a clay artist. Join me in today's video where I'll be sculpting my commission and also having fun with my family since we sometimes go out to relax and refresh ourselves. The very first thing I always do, of course, is clean my workspace. I use 100% isopropyl alcohol to remove all polymer clay stuck on the tiles, and I also use it to clean my tools. This is my original design of a sleeping bunny on a pumpkin. My client turned friend requested for it to be on a strawberry instead, a pink one and a red one. Conditioning the clay is one of the most time-consuming parts. The clay needs to be thoroughly conditioned so the piece becomes smooth and to avoid cracks after baking. And of course, I did this while watching anime. This is the shade of pink I chose, but usually for my works, I prefer mixing my own even if it takes more time. For that, a pasta machine is really necessary. I always use aluminum foil armature if the clay goes over 1 inch thick. Because if I use pure clay, it usually develops big cracks after baking. Just make sure no air gets trapped inside. Strawberries and bunnies are my favorites. That's why I'm so happy whenever I get commissions like this. I'll also include this design in the pre-orders I plan to release. Hopefully, I can finish everything I need by next month. I still have 5 more bunnies designs, but of course other animals are also possible as long as they have the same body structure and size. For now, I'm only accepting pre-orders through Instagram. I've already fully closed my Etsy shop. I've been selling there for 8 years and I think it's time to grow further in my craft. Yes, I can say I'm not yet successful here, but I really enjoyed every single piece I made for my clients. I always bake a little test piece like this along with the main sculpture just to check if it will turn out flexible and durable. Unfortunately, at this time, I still didn't know how to do it properly. I was still figuring things out. You really need to get to know your oven. Just because you set the right temperature doesn't mean it's always correct. There are proper techniques which I'll share in the future videos. This Hare house is also her order. She really loves bunnies too. I started of course with an armature and then I used sculpted polymer clay which is super soft and doesn't need conditioning. But the problem is it is fragile than any other brands. Still, it's perfect to use as a smooth base for the house. I baked that first before layering other polymer clay brands on top like Primo, Sculpty, and Alto. I actually baked the base 3 times and I thought it would make the clay stronger, but it still snapped. Once you make a mistake in the first bake, the clay will never be flexible. Though on the third bake, I noticed it becomes a little tougher. The hardest part of this Hare house was making the windows. The clay was so soft that even after leaching, it was still too soft, but I managed to finish it anyway. I also enjoy making flowers. Here you can see how I make very tiny ones. I bake them once again before creating the base and other details. This is my favorite way to make grass. Translucent clay does flex a little, but it still snaps. Now let's make a cup of matcha and some dangas. Armature making is not my favorite thing to do, but my least favorite is glazing. That's why after this I decided not to use resin again. It is very harmful when not cured, and since it's so dusty where I live, dust always gets trapped in it. It's really not favorable to me to use glazes or sealants. Besides, polymer clay doesn't really need them, especially now that I've learned how to make my pieces durable and flexible on their own. Yes, I always smile at my daughter, and she reflects that energy back. She's always smiling and cheerful too. Though, of course, she also takes after me for being sensitive and emotional. It's time to assemble the charms. I have them hanging there because I reglazed them. Some of my older charms didn't turn out well since the UV resin brand I used before wasn't good. I also have another issue with polymer clay whenever I use any medium of color red together with any sealant. But I'll explain more about that in my upcoming polymer clay one-on-one video. What's your name now? Fish. Ay, oh, sarap ng ulam namin. Oh, fish. Eating Eunice. Oh, ganda oh. Itong site namin, ang ganda. Wow. So much fun. So much fun. So cute. My husband made this. And that is me. Laka naman ang bibig. At ng ilong hayop. Yan, sabi ko siya, sabi. Hold ikaw dyan. Hold. Yan. Oh, kita mo na yung fish. Kita mo. Galit ah. Galing ang tansa. Oh. After our quick vacation, I finished the commission. This is the unglazed version. Which do you prefer? Personally, I like the matte look more. I also made these cowberries with different fruits. They were so much fun. I'll make another set of cowberries without glaze once I figure out the best way to clean the charms when they don't have sealant. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and leave a comment too, so YouTube will suggest my video to more people. Thank you. Kala ko naglolo ko lang eh. Oh, starfish mo.
Do not
Do not touch.
touch starfish.
Wawa. Starfish, wawa.
Ang galing ng starfish.